Hey guys, so today I'm doing a all about Aquarius video, which I feel like everyone is super excited about because they're the best sign ever. I don't know why Aquarius is my favorite sign, because a lot of the times they don't like me. I'm a Leo and we are sister signs, which means we are polar opposites and we bump heads. First fact about Aquarius is that they are the humanitarian. I'm rolling my eyes because that's literally the only thing people constantly annotate them with. I feel like they don't really talk about other qualities about that, but we'll get into it. They are a fixed sign. Fixed signs are your Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius, and they are an air sign, but they're known as the water bearer, which confuses everyone because they are not a water sign. And Aquarius, come on Latin. So they are a fixed sign, they are a air sign, and they are ruled by the planet Uranus. Uranus is kind of this planet of innovation, kind of seen as the planet of enlightenment, of progressiveness, of how we move forward as a society, and that's why I feel like Aquarius is so strongly associated with being like a humanitarian, because they are constantly needing to kind of get everyone to work systematically as a whole. They're very good with like big group settings or getting people to work together in a way, and I feel like this is why Aquarius is the humanitarian of the zodiac. And 3 pros about Aquarius. So the first pro about Aquarius is that they are extremely unique, and I feel like this is also kind of a cliche statement, but it's true. You never really see an Aquarius that is very blending in with the crowd. I feel like every single Aquarius that you meet is so different from one another. You can never really say like one Aquarius is just like the rest, and I feel like that's probably why a lot of Aquarius content with astrology can be so hard for people to relate to, because most of the time it's there's such a wide spectrum of like which Aquarius you are. They're also like, extremely creative. They're kind of very bold and fearless in a lot of ways, in a lot of their beliefs, and they're the first person to like say what they stand for, and they're quick to be able to have a conversation with you about it without taking your opinion too personally. For instance, if you disagree with an Aquarius, most of the time, if it's just like a friendly debate, they will not get offended. They won't be very difficult to talk to. If anything, they'll be very like accepting of your opinion, but they'll just respectfully disagree. And I really love that like peacefulness that they give off. They have this very like open energy of like, you can come and sit next to me and talk to me about anything you want, and I will listen and I will contribute. And it's just a really refreshing aura, I guess, that Aquarius has. And then second pro about Aquarius is that they are they work well with people in a way that I feel like they can make anyone feel connected to or related to. They have a way of working or navigating through people so easily in ways that a lot of other signs struggle with, and it's because they understand how people work. They're very kind in a way. They see the whole picture, and they're quick to understand people, sometimes even better than they understand themselves. And it's because they're always looking at like a bigger picture instead of just like getting caught up in like minor details of someone for how they are or why they're being a certain way. And then third pro about Aquarius is that they're extremely intense, and I feel like they can be more so than Scorpio. I feel like they read people so well, and they're quick to just feel out a situation right off the bat. And when they believe in you or they have faith in something that you're saying or that you're doing, they will wholeheartedly pour themselves into whatever you're doing or whatever you need to be there for you. They're kind of like this advocate friend, and they're so quick to just pick you up and just like really take a stand for what they believe in. And if that's you, I feel like it's just such a warm feeling. And I feel like we don't talk about that enough because we're so quick to kind of associate Aquarius with this flighty, detached air sign mentality. But underneath this, they're extremely stubborn, extremely focused on being loyal to what they believe in and who they believe in. And I think they're just very skeptical. I feel like they're very guarded, so they are quick to keep a smaller circle of intimate people because they understand how people are. They love people and they appreciate people at a distance, but I feel like they understand the cons just as easily as the pros, and because of this, it's just easier for them to have a smaller circle. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they are wrong to do so. I feel like if anything, it's what keeps like their positive energy towards humanity as a whole alive, because it helps them kind of filter out negativity in a way that it won't cloud their judgment for future like endeavors. And first con about Aquarius. First con about Aquarius is that they are extremely hypocritical. They have a god complex, and I feel like this is because they're so passionate about their theories and their philosophies and what they believe in, and because of this they form these very strong ideas and opinions, and they're very confident, and if they aren't confident, they exude themselves like they're confident, and it comes off very like I'm holier than thou, or I'm very self-righteous, and I feel like that can cause a lot of tension for people who are trying to get to know them or trying to understand them, because it makes them not want to befriend the Aquarius when the Aquarius kind of acts like everything they do is right, like they can never be wrong. And I feel like that's a lot of like the fixed energy about them, is like they just have that very strong personality, but it can come off very abrasive, and I feel like for someone who sees the bigger picture about the world around them and is so good with humanitarianism, they need to humble themselves at times. And then second con about Aquarius is that they push people away, and they don't do this because they mean to. I think they're just very guarded, and they genuinely want the best for everyone, but I feel like they get scared and they don't like to show this. So instead of allowing people in or like showing people that they care about them, they kind of push them away. Like they kind of put them through like hoops, and they have to jump through them, and they have to keep jumping through them, and then when you can complete all those tests, maybe they will put down their weapons and, you know, be your friend. But most of the time they just push people away, and then they end up like regretting it, and they end up drowning themselves in nostalgia for years about this person. And this person doesn't even probably realize that the Aquarius cared about them so deeply. It's just that Aquarius is so good at guarding themselves and hiding how they truly are feeling, so it can come off very lost in translation, and that's sad because Aquarius needs to be more open about their feelings. They're not very open about their feelings, they're very guarded about their feelings, so they're missing out on a lot of opportunity to let their loved ones know that they care about them, and instead, you know, a lot of the time I feel like people who are closer to Aquarius are more shocked when they hear things like that because they don't expect it, and that's sad. Stop being like that. Stop guarding yourself. You're self-sabotaging. And then third con about Aquarius, I feel like this video is really fast. Third con about Aquarius is that they're very fearless in a lot of ways, but they can also be extremely calculated and skeptical, and they get stuck in their head. And I feel like this self-sabotages them, because instead of just going out and exuding the plans and the ideas that they have, they're kind of holding back, or they're just very guarded or closed off, and they miss out on new experiences with people and life experiences, because they're so focused on like keeping people at a distance or not coming off too affection. They're very wrapped up in an image. I think like their image is so important to them because they master it. It's very important that they take a stand for what they believe in, that people know what they stand for, that they come off unique, that they're not being cliche, that they're being original. And that's like exhausting. Like sometimes you just have to focus on being yourself and you'll naturally become all of those things. But sometimes they get so wrapped up in like this facade, they block people from really getting to know them or from making like meaningful experiences with people. And that's disappointing because they are a sign that truly thrives in understanding other people and how other people are and where other people are coming from, like having those differences that they can understand with one another. And yeah, overall that completes my final thoughts. Thank you so much for watching this video. Comment below if you feel like this was accurate or if you felt anything of it resonated with you. Make sure to turn the notification bell on so that you can get my future updates, and don't forget to like and subscribe.